Okay, good afternoon everyone. चलो let's start today's topic. So dear student, today we'll discuss lifelines of Indian economy. So in this we are going to discuss about airways. Importance of airways will discuss about the communication, and after communication
क्या नाम है?
we'll discuss about importance of mass communication, and importance of mass communication we will discuss about international trade, and after importance of the tourism. So let's start today's topic. So dear student, you know very well what are the importance of airways. First, airways. So airways are in two categories, you know very well. One is the domestic airways and another one is the international airways. So this is the comfortable means of transport out of three. So means of transport, it is the luxury and comfortable, and it is the fastest means of transport. Fastest means the, you know very well, too much means the due to the speed. So it is the fastest means of transport and it is the comfortable. But everyone can't access demerit B. Everyone can't afford the airways transport. Another one, it is not available everywhere. Means suppose in your Chittor there is no such airport, or maybe if in Dabok so just your domestic airport located. So importance in this topic we'll discuss importance only. What is the importance of airways? In this, we will not discuss about the classification, types of airways. In this, what is the importance of airways? So, in this, we know very well what are the importance. Such area which are remote, dense forest, such eastern part of our country, where is the high altitudes, forest due to the fog. So till now or during the any disaster, during the flood, mostly you know eastern area, every year face the flood problems. So this is the mode of transport which is easy to access such remote areas. In such desert area also, it is the such means of transport, mode of transport, which also across the ocean route also, you know ocean route, to cross the ocean route, except sea means the sea waves, and only another one is the airways. So this is the importance of airways here. During the natural disaster, during the maybe the if flood plains or such this happens in our country, so airways is such transport. Through this we can supply food material or whatever during that casualty. And airways is such transport which accessible till the remote dense forest area in our Himalaya or hilly mountain area, except other transport. Only airways is transport. So you know airways is the fastest transport and comfortable transport, and it covers very difficult areas also, like a train area, plateau area, mountain area, hilly area, dense forest area, or such marshy area जहाँ पे दलदल है, or maybe the desert area, such oceanic area, or maybe जहाँ पे oceanic route है. So in such area only there is the only one transport, that is the airport or airways, sorry, that is the airway transport. So it is also help during the flood or such situation. So this is the importance of airways here. So you may be right, 3 or 4 point, or maybe question may be asked in 3 marks. You may be right कि airways is the cover very difficult terrain, like a high mountain, like a desert, like a dense forest, like a such long oceanic route also covered by the airways. So air travel made access the easier in northern eastern part of our country also. Because such transport in such area there is the lack of means of transport. There is no such transport facilities are developed in eastern part, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, like this. So such states may be connected through only airways. So these are the importance of airways. Next topic, communication. You know communication. I am communicating with my student. This is also example of communication. We are communicating with the help of IT sector, information technology. So we are communicating with the Zoom classes, and Zoom classes is running through the data or maybe the information technology. So this is the way of communication. So dear student, there are two types of communication. You know very well meaning of communication. That's why such explanation is not required. We communication, when we communicate to the other, or that is known as a communication. So communications also a mass communication or maybe personal communication. So in this we'll discuss about the personal communication, two major means of communication, personal communication and mass communication. When a such communication means the means such medium which communicate the two place or two person. Communication is suppose A and B, two place or person है, तो these are the how to they are communicating. These are known as the communication. Earlier they were communicating through the letter, telegram, postal letter like this. Later on they started newspaper. Later on IT sector, technologies developed. Later on they have started the use of radio, communicating each other what is going on. Later on, development is the mobile landline phone is through the communication landline phone के through. Later on, mobile phone upgradation, Android phone. So these are the means of communication. These are how to they are communicating each other. That is known as the means of communication. So in this, we'll discuss about personal communication and mass communication. कि how do we personal communicate to the other? So personal level communication may be possible through the only letter, email or telephone. So when we call anyone, when we send the letter, this is the personal communication. Letter, telegram, telephone. Today there is no such use of telegram. Telegram सब बंद हो गई due to the mobile phone. We जैसे टेप रिकॉर्डर, MP3, such type of CD, DVD, ये सब मार्केट से रन आउट हो गए ड्यू टू द टेक्नोलॉजी और मोबाइल. So this is known as the personal communication, where we communicate the personally, individually, through the letter, through the mail, through the telephone. Mass communication is such source which communicate the large population. ये source which communicate. अब जैसे टीवी है, टीवी communicate the all means the a mass population, that is known as the mass communication. तो mass communication include which communicate the a large population or maybe the mass communication like a television है, radio है, press, newspaper and films जो we have seen. So these are the communicate the vast populated area or maybe the such large population. So there are two types of communication, means of communication: personal communication and mass communication. So personal communication through the letter, telegram, telephone or maybe whatever. Another one source for the mass communication, these are the television, radio, movies, films. These are the press, newspaper. These are the source of mass communication. A different type of mail handled by the Indian Postal Department will discuss. What are the different type of mail handled by the Indian Postal Department? So Indian Postal Department handle two categories mail. First class mail means the card, marriage card or any suppose festival or such card. Card envelope are airlifted between the station covering both land and air. So first class mail means those area covered by the air or maybe the land, and which send the cards or envelope through this. This is known as the first class mail. First class mail, in this we send the card or envelope or are airlifted between the station covering both, means the air or land, such stations, okay, by the air. So this is the first class mail. Second class mail including the book packets, registered newspapers or and periodicals. They carried the surface of mail covering the land and water transport. Second category of mail where we send the including the book packet, registered newspapers, like this. So these are the second category, second class mail. So these are the two category of mail. First class when we send the letter or card or such envelopes to anyone. Another one is the when we send in the large quantity like books or maybe the registered newspapers like this. To this. Up now we are going to discuss about the importance of mass communication. Then what are the importance of such sources which are communicated like a television mass communication sources? So what is the importance of this? So mass communication provide the entertainment for all, like a television entertainment for all, for entire nations. They create the awareness among the people about various national programs. What are national programs like a Republic Day or maybe the Independence Day? So they create the awareness about that. Okay, this mass communication, and they provide the variety of different language with the different language. These channels or these sources also running in the different language. You know, regional language में भी channels और televisions live करते हैं. You know, there are different programs in national language also. So these programs of national and regional and local language are various category provided to the people in different language, local, national, regional language, spread over different part of country, and such mass communication source make such countries and unifications in unity. Okay, all people are connected with the such sources which communicate each other or they make the such unification or unity. Many times such channels also provide the programs or maybe for the farmers also. They say DD National, it is the such channel which is the extent largest part of our country. डीडी नेशनल चैनल है सबसे बड़ा टेलीकास्ट इसका है एरिया तो डीडी नेशनल चैनल आल्सो प्रोवाइड इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द agriculture to the farmers, climatic condition also, different scheme for the farmers, subsidy programs, and how what fertilizers should be used for particular crop means the information regarding the agriculture. So such channels are beneficial for farmers also, like a metro channels, also a agriculture channels is started by the different different TV programs. Doordarshan is the national television channel of India, is one of the largest terrestrial network in the world. The largest number of newspaper published in the country through the mass communication, like a Hindi newspaper, followed by the English and Urdu newspaper. India is the largest producer of features made film in the world. India is the largest producer of feature film in the world. So there are a lot of film produced by. So these are the different source of communications. So mass communication sources are the television. What are the importance? It provides the entertainment for all. It provides how do we know what are the different programs maybe or our functions or national like a Republic Day, Independence Day, different. It also launched in different language like a local, regional language, national language. So it also create the unity among the region or area. It also provide the information related to the agriculture sector like a DD national channels or like this. It also provide the newspaper, entertainment, movies or like so this communicate. These are the importance of mass communication. Next topic is international trade. Simple. What is the trade? Means the export import. Export import. So export import between one nation or two nation. Yeah, more than two. Between two or one. Yeah, more than two. More than two. So simple definition. What is the international trade? When goods and services, export import between two or more than nations, that is known as the international trade. Between two or more nations, this is known as the international trade. I am repeating, international trade is the export import of goods and services between two or more than nations, that is known as the international trade. Okay. Up international trade is the defined as the exchange of goods and services between two or more countries. It also considered as an economic barometer because advancement in international trade country lift the economic prosperity out. Barometer कैसे? Suppose through this we can calculate the economic graph of any country, that is GDP. A barometer means it give the barometer means the measurement for any nation. Suppose किसी country का export 1000 crore है, for example, and import 500 crore. Import means what product we are importing to, we are giving our currency to 500 currency rupees currency हम किसी कंट्री को दे रहे हैं, उस कंट्री के 1000 करोड़ रुपीस करेंसी इन आर इंडियन करेंसी की वैल्यू में 1000 करोड़ रुपीस आ रहे हैं. इट मींस इट विल बी गिव द 500 बैलेंस टू अस. 500 बैलेंस है क्योंकि हमारा एक्सपोर्ट जाता है कंपेयर देन इंपोर्ट, तो 500 करोड़ रुपीस हमारी नेट जीडीपी में इंक्लूड होगा. तो दैट मींस इट इज गिव द बैरोमीटर थ्रू दिस. अगर हम किसी भी कंट्री के एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट को देख के उस कंट्री की जीडीपी और बैरोमीटर कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. इफ मे बी द एक्सपोर्ट इज हायर कंपेयर देन द इंपोर्ट, तो such sign is good for GDP, good for economical. Such country are more prosperous. So this is give the sign for barometer international trade. And favorable international trade and from the international or also give the foreign currency. You know foreign currency किसी भी country के अंदर आती है. तो large international trade lead the revival of domestic economy. It also promote the domestic economy. Or when we export such product, so maybe the domestic different countries currency may become, we can invest such currencies or maybe the development programs inside our country. So international trade, we are going to discuss about the balanced trade. Of what is the balanced trade? So international trade, the difference between the export and import. Difference between the export and import is known as the balanced trade. Export, import. एक्सपोर्ट है 1000 करोड़, इंपोर्ट 500 करोड़. ओके. तो बैलेंस बिटवीन डेट, अगर सपोज ये प्लस में है बैलेंस, अगर आपका एक्सपोर्ट इज हायर देन द इंपोर्ट 500 प्लस, बैलेंस इन प्लस में, तो दैट इज नोन एज द फेवरेबल बैलेंस ट्रेड फॉर ए कंट्री. फेवरेबल है, दैट इज द फेवरेबल कंडीशन फॉर ए नेशन. It is the favorable condition. Okay. Or in case of your import is higher than the your export. Your import मतलब जो चीज आप ले रहे हो, it is higher than your export. यानी आपकी करेंसी बाहर ज्यादा जा रही है और इनसाइड नेशन कम आ रही है, तो आपको 500 का लॉस हो रहा है. अगर ये नेगेटिव है तो दिस इज नोन एज द अनफेवरेबल trade. तो simple word है, you are in class 10th, you know very well. So what are the balanced trade? Balanced trade means trade is the balanced trade calculate through the difference between the export and import. Of which balanced trade, how do we calculate? If it is the higher, our export is higher compared than the import, it is known as the favorable trade. Or if it is the less compared than the export, that is known as the unfavorable trade. तो कोई भी कंट्री के लिए अनफेवरेबल ट्रेड अच्छा नहीं होता. Why? It will be burden on economy. Or favorable trade, it give the scope for the development. Your GDP will increase. So these are the common point. what will be effect of that? So see, balance trade, the difference between the export and import known as the balance trade. Export import, you know very well, when we sold our goods to others, that is known as the export. When we purchase any product from other nation, that is known as the import. If the value of export is more than the value of import, it called the favorable balanced trade. And if the value of imports is greater than the value of export, is known as the unfavorable trade. So favorable trade balance the regarded goods of economic development. Favorable trade is good. Every one country may be desired for the favorable trade. Okay. So it is the good for a economy, and unfavorable trade is seen as a harmful or burden on domestic country, on the our economy. तो सिंपल है, अगर सपोज वी हैव गिवन द लोन टू द अदर, तो इट फॉर गुड अस, क्योंकि हमारी अर्निंग सोर्सेज इंक्रीज हो रही है. और इन केस वी हैव टेकन द लोन फ्रॉम अदर, इट मींस हम पे बर्डन है. आफ्टर फ्यू डेज वी विल पे द give means whatever amount we have received from him or her, so will pay. So such conditions for a country also same condition. So that is known as the dear balanced trade. So international trade we have discussed, international trade between the export import of the goods and services two or more countries. Okay, two or more countries. How to we calculate barometer of the एनी नेशन, डेट इज द इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड है कि आप कितना करेंसी, फॉरेन करेंसी अपनी कंट्री में लेके आ रहे हो. डेट्स वाई यूएसए इसलिए डेवलप कंट्री, क्योंकि वहां पे इंपोर्ट बहुत कम है, एक्सपोर्ट ज्यादा है. क्योंकि ऑलरेडी इन यूएसए दो सिटीजन्स हु आर लिविंग इन दैट एरिया, तो वेयर व्हाई वी आर इंपोर्टिंग, हम क्यों इंपोर्ट करते हैं, व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग लोन. तो दोस पीपल हु आर लिविंग इन इंडिया, उनकी जॉब and उनकी maybe the most of life they spend to earn a house, car and to find a good job. तीन चीजें ढूंढने में पूरी लाइफ निकल जाती है. घर बनाने में, अपने लिए ट्रांसपोर्ट मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट परचेस करने में, और मे बी सोशल फंक्शंस, और मे बी लाइक ए चिल्ड्रन और टू सेटल फॉर जॉब और लाइक दिस. तो हम थ्री हमारी बेसिक जो नीड्स है वो हमारे पास नहीं, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग लोन. बट इन यूएसए दिस फैसिलिटी इज ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल फॉर देम. ये चीजें उनके पास पहले से, तो व्हाई दे विल परचेज द प्रोडक्ट, क्योंकि वहां पर हर प्रोडक्ट अपडेटेड प्रोडक्ट है. दैट्स व्हाई सच कंट्री डजंट नीड एनी इंपोर्ट, और मोस्ट ऑफ दोस प्रोडक्ट दे हैव मेड अप, दे एक्सपोर्ट टू द अदर नेशंस, लाइक ए वेपन्स है, यू नो ऑटोमोबाइल से, टेक्नोलॉजी है, information technology, different communication part, all things. So this is known as the favorable and unfavorable trade. Last topic, importance of tourism as a trade. So you know dear student, tourism is the important trade for us, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा फॉरेन करेंसी टूरिज्म से हमारी कंट्री में आती है. तो टूरिज्म इज इंडिया अर्न ह्यूज फॉरेन एक्सचेंज, और 2.6 million foreign tourists visit India every year, except this year, okay, due to the COVID-19. So mostly every 2.6 million people visit India every year, and more than 15 million people are directly engaged in tourism industries. 15 million direct, indirect, hotels, transport, or maybe agent, they are direct, or guide, tourist guide. So they are directly, indirectly connected. 15 million people are connected with the tourist industry. It provides the support for the local handicraft also, and such who are the backward or those who are living. So they may be make their product, or they may be sold out in the market or handicraft market. It also helps the development of international understanding about our culture and heritage. So you know, they know about, when they visit India, so they know about our culture, what are our heritage sports. So they also familiar with our cultures, our trend like this. It is good for us. Foreign tourists visit the India for heritage tourism. What are the different sports visited by the foreign tourists? Like a heritage sports tourism, and they also eco tourism, adventure tourism, cultural tourism, and medical tourism, business tourism. So these are the different tourism visit the India for a different purpose. Last, Rajasthan, Goa, Jammu, Kashmir, and temple towns of South India are important, like a Periyar, Chennai, or some temple used in southern South movies. तो important destinations for foreign tourist in India, राजस्थान है, गोवा है, जम्मू है, कश्मीर है, हिमाचल है, उत्तराखंड, some part of these are the tourist spot. And in southern part only, mostly Kerala part है, Kerala है, Goa है, and like a southern part temple also. These are the tourist spot. There is the vast potential of tourism development in northern states in our country, in Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, Nagaland, like. But due to the some strategic policy, we unable to develop our tourism in eastern parts. What are the strategic policies? Government know about that. Due to the lack of transport, due to the Naxals, Naxals also, due to the dense forest, different there is no such mostly dead area receive the heavy rainfall most of all of means the all year mostly. So due to the some critical situation, they unable to visit the eastern part of our country. Either then there is the lot of scope for the tourist. Lot of centers in maybe we can develop for tourist purpose. So now, dear student, we have completed this chapter, and thanks to cooperate and thanks for to listen my lecture. Or tomorrow onwards, we will start the last chapter of this session. Later on, we will start revision. Tomorrow we will start the economics globalization. It is concerned with the international trade. How the globalization is the how it is easy to purchase the product which is made up by the different nations. Is it create the good competition among the suppliers. So it is good for the customer. Tomorrow we will discuss. Have a good day. Thanks a lot, dear.